What's going on, everybody? And welcome back to JJD TV. I'm your host Josh, and we are here for a nice little Traditions Cup match between Borussia Dortmund and Bochum. As you guys probably might not have known, originally we were supposed to play a 45-minute game against Duisburg, followed by a 45-minute game against Bochum, and the winner obviously wins the Traditions Cup. Unfortunately for Duisburg, there was a COVID outbreak, which led to them dropping out of the Traditions Cup, and now it's just one full match against Bochum. So it is a full 90-minute game today for those of you guys who aren't aware, and it should be a fun one. It should be a fun match today. Hope you guys are doing well. If you're just joining us, be sure to drop a like and let us know what you think about the starting 11, because it's got some tasty names in there. Taking a look on it, we'll bring it up on the screen for you guys just to kind of take a look. But my assumption at glancing at it at first sight is that it will be another 4-2-3-1, and that is there it is on screen. So again, I'm just gonna go through this at first glance because I'm just looking at it now. But on my assumption, obviously Kobel will be in net, right back will be Paslak, center back will be Maloney and Papadopoulos, left back will be Schultz, the two holding midfielders will be... Alright, it's getting interesting. So if Papadopoulos, who I'm actually not even very familiar with what position he plays. Does anybody know what Papadopoulos plays? Because that's going to have to help me determine how I'm going to set this thing up. So if Papadopoulos is a holding midfielder, then he would be alongside Dahoud, which probably means that Schultz will be playing at the center back position, Paslak out on left back, Wolf at right back, and then Maloney, he plays CB. Okay, that makes it easier. Okay, then I'm assuming it's Kobel in net, right back Paslak, center back Maloney, who will be playing on the left because he's a lefty, Papadopoulos, who I'll have a good, nice little look at today, and then Schultz will be left back. So I don't even know how this goes then. Be interesting. So then there'll be Wolf, who will be maybe a right attacking mid. Brandt and Dahoud maybe are the two center mids. Royce as your cam, Gio out on the left. It's gonna be confusing. I'm very curious to see how this thing sets up today. But let me know what you guys think. Put it in the comments. Put a formation in, because I thought it would be the 4-2-3-1, but we only have one holding midfielder out there. It's Dahoud. It could be a 4-4-2. See, I'm very curious. We're gonna find out. Luke here says, Josh, I am pumped. I hope you are, my man. Hey, Josh, really excited to see Kobel. This is Kobel's debut, guys. It will be fun. Tigges, Reina, Brandt, Dahoud, Royce, Paslak, Wolf, Kobel, Schultz, and two youngsters. And the two youngsters are the two CBs today, from what I'm being told. I'm familiar with Maloney, not overly familiar with Papadopoulos, so I'll be keeping an eye out on him today. But yes, there is not another match against Duisburg because of a COVID outbreak, but this is a 90-minute game instead of an original 45-minute game. Knauf is not starting in today's match. British Empire looks pumped to see Kobel. I'm excited to see Maloney. I've been talking about Maloney on the channel periodically throughout the last 6 months. I've really enjoyed watching him with the U23s, so I'm glad that he gets finally getting a look out there. The lefty is going to be playing on the left-handed side. Brandt is going to play as a holding midfielder. I'm assuming you're kidding. Sup, fellas? Expect anything good from Reina today? Well, it looks like he'd be playing on the wing, but I do believe, like our friend is pointing out, a 4-1-4-1. So I'm going to try to put the pieces together one last time for a 4-1-4-1, because I do like that formation. It's just I didn't know if Royce would play further up the pitch, because that makes me almost think like it's a 4-4-1-1. And if it's a 4-4-1-1, to me that makes more sense on the eyes, as Kobel will be in net, right back Paslak, center back the two youngsters, Papadopoulos on the right, Maloney on the left, Schultz will be your left back, your four midfielders will be Wolf at right mid, your two center mids would be your more of your 6 would be Dahoud, more of your 8 would be Brandt, your left mid would be Reina, your center attacking mid, center forward, under the 9 would be Royce, and then your striker would be Tigges. I like that. That's what I'm assuming we're playing with. Otherwise, I don't fully know how this starting 11 will work. Schultz will be playing at CB. Yeah, and that actually could easily be the case. That could easily be the case. That's a good shout, British Empire. And if that is the case, it would be the 3-4-2-1. And that way it would be Kobel and net. Right wing back would be... Actually, I don't know. It's still tough. No, actually, that makes sense. Right wing back would be Wolf. Your 3 center backs would be Papadopoulos, Maloney, Schultz. Your left wing back would be Paslak. Your 2 center mids would be Brandt and Tahoud. Your 2 cams would be Royce and Gio. And your striker would be Tigges. Actually, I bet you that's the formation. That formation makes more sense. It would probably be Maloney playing as a central center back. Schultz would be the left outside center back. And then Papadopoulos would be the right outside center back. Oh, man. It's confusing trying to put that together. But yeah, I mean, Marco Rose isn't known for playing a 4-4-2 traditionally or a 4-1-4-1. But we're going to have to wait and see till it actually lines up and to kind of get a feel. But I bet you it is the 3-4-2-1. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think it's a 3-4-2-1? Do you think it's a 4-4-1-1? A 4-1-4-1? Confusing the crap out of me getting going there, but I think we got it. Hopefully you guys are doing well. The game should be starting any minute now. And yeah, before we get the game started, guys, be sure to drop a like. We're already at 19. You guys are crushing it. Pop us over 20 before this gets going, and let's enjoy a fun little match. Game is on YouTube as well for a lot of you guys who aren't familiar with that. So it should hopefully be available depending on to where you guys are watching from. Sucks that it isn't on any illegal sites. Want to watch Geo. Oh, Zachary. I'm assuming you're from the States then? Sometimes the States doesn't get, I don't know. Zachary, where are you watching from today, my man? What's up, Zachary? I swear I see you everywhere now. Nathan, how you doing today, guys? Zachary pops up where he's needed. He wants to watch Geo today. And I'm excited, man. Geo's rocking the number 7 kit. It should be fun. And let me know who you guys are going to keep a special eye on today. Now, I'm going to keep a little bit of an eye on Maloney. He's American as well. For you US supporters out there who don't know that, we have 2 Americans starting in today's starting 11, which is kind of cool. Maloney at the back, which to me right now, guys, it does look like it's going to be the 3-4-2-1. I can see the 3 center backs right now. Wolf will be playing as a right wing back. Paslak will be the left wing back. But I just need a little bit more of a look at the starting 11 here just to make sure I've got this one right. Hi, Josh. Bayern fan, how you doing, my man? Hope you're doing well. Let me know where you guys are watching from today as well. This is a nice little lineup. I'm excited to see some of the boys in there. Ocean 11 says that the match is on BBB's official YouTube channel. And he'll be updating us on his documentary. Very cool. When is Mullen coming? Oh, man. My opinion is once the Sancho deal is 100% completed, that is when we'll see some movement. It would not surprise me if the deal comes sooner rather than later, but we'll have to wait and see. But it does look actually like, guys, it's a back 4. You guys see Maloney playing as the left center back. Schultz is at the left back. Papadopoulos is the right center back, and I see Paslak on the right hand side. So pretty interesting. I still need to try to figure out how they're playing up top. But it is a back 4 for the time being, which tells me it is probably going to be the 4-4-1-1. A nice little start. Kobel is as always, and Collins maybe. Yeah, Collins isn't in the starting 11, but Kobel is, and I'll have to get a good little look at how he gets on today. But I'm trying to figure out these starting 11 here in the formation, and I'm struggling a little bit with it. I'm in Texas watching. Nicely done. I guess this isn't geoblocked for the US. My fellow Americans, the game is on Borussia Dortmund's YouTube. Nicely done. Nicely done. This match is taking place in Duisburg. I actually didn't check. I'm not sure. You know if it is? Okay. Producer T says it is in Duisburg. But I thought Mullen was coming regardless of the transfers. He is. I think the Mullen deal is a done deal. Personal terms have been agreed, and it seems like it's just going to be a matter of time. However, I don't think we'll see any movement until the Sancho deal is 100% done. So we're just gonna have to wait and see. But yeah, it actually does look like a 4-3-3. It looks like Tigges is a striker, Wolf is the right wing, and Royce looks to be on the left. You got Gio in the middle with Brandt and Dahoud. So it looks like Gio and Brandt are playing as the 8s, Dahoud as the 6. So interesting. I love how Rosa plays attacking football. I do too. And I think it speaks to that this was an opportunity that he could have played with a 4-4-2, something along those lines, which his formation is in place. So instead, he goes with the 4-3-3. And with that, it looks like it'll be attacking, especially with the midfield. I mean, Dahoud is going to have a lot of defensive responsibility today. Gio and Brandt. A lot of attacking firepower out there today. Shame that Duisburg are in the 3rd tier. It is. Traditional club. But Bochum's back up in the Bundesliga, so that's one thing. That's one thing. Josh Holland is leaving, bro. 175 mil. Holland isn't leaving. I think there's almost no chance. That's a nice ball there from Dahoud, just out of reach. But I don't think there's any chance that Holland leaves this transfer window. I've spoken pretty openly about that. I don't think Chelsea will get him this summer. I think more than likely he will leave. He will leave next summer. But if you're just joining us, guys, be sure to drop a like and say hello in the chat. Let me know how you guys are doing today. Pretty good little lineup here. Got a nice little look at our new number 7, as well as Kobo will be in here today. But for the most part, it should be just a nice little look to see some of the youngsters too. That was a sloppy pass there by Brandt. Is Gio out wide? So no, from what I can tell right now, it is a 4-3-3. So Wolf and Royce are the 2 wide players. Tigges is the striker, and then you got a 6 in Dahoud with 2 8s, Gio and Brandt, which I think is very interesting. And it's funny because I said it earlier that I don't see a way that Brandt, Gio, and Royce all start in the same starting 11. Granted, this is against a weaker opponent, but it's still going to be a Bundesliga side. But they have fit them all on the pitch. It's a 4-3-3. Brandt and Gio are playing as 8s, just ahead of Dahoud. Royce is on the wing with Wolf, and Tigges is the striker. So it's a 4-3-3. Ryan says it's a 4-2-3-1. I think it's a 4-3-3. You can tell because Brandt and Gio are just a little bit higher than Dahoud. So we have a corner coming in from Brandt. A 4-2-3-1 is hard to play when you only have one defensive midfielder. But my assumption, it's kind of like when Leverkusen used to play the 4-3-3 with Kai Havertz and Brandt. I see Marco Rosa trying to implement that a little bit in this starting 11. That's when Brandt was at his best. If you guys remember that, they had a defensive midfielder, and ahead of them they had both Kai Havertz and Brandt right above the CDM. And it kind of seems like that's what he's doing today, with Gio and Brandt both playing centrally, both playing as 8s, and you have your boy Dahoud kind of doing it. So if you guys can look at the screen right now, depending on what minute you're at, you see Dahoud dropping deep, and you see Gio and Brandt further up the pitch. To me, it screams that it's a 4-3-3, and a very, very attack-minded 4-3-3. But we've been dominating the possession so far. Zachary says the U.S. My big clubs in the 3rd tier. Duisburg's one of them. White, how you doing, my friend? What is the lineup? I can whip through it if you want. I think it's a 4-3-3. Kobel's in net. Right back is Paslak. 2 center backs is Papadopoulos, Maloney. Left back is Schultz. Your 6 is Dahoud. Your 2 8s is Gio and Brandt. Your wingers is Royce on the left, Wolf on the right, and Tigges as your striker. 4-3-3, very attacking today as Duisburg had a good little opportunity, but Maloney stepping up there. Good little look for you US fans. There are 2 Americans in today's starting 11. It's pretty cool. We should loan out players who don't get enough playing time but are in the starting. Yeah, it depends what type of players. And I'd rather just sell players at this point. Any young player can play for our U23 squad. We got promoted up to the 3rd tier. It's a good league. It still give them a good experience, and when we need them, we can call them up. Someone like Knauf, in my opinion, could easily play a lot of minutes in the 3rd tier as well as get minutes for Dortmund. Maloney as well, I think should stay. But in terms of players like Wolf, sell. Don't loan, just sell. Dump him off. It's time for him to go. Same as Berkey. Potentially Schultz. I'm not sure what to do with Tega. I'd like to see him play with the U23s, but as a U.S. men's national fan, I hope that Reyna can get some reps through the middle of the park, but more important, consistent playing time and does well. Well, I just think it's cool that Marco Rosa is doing this today. He's playing with the 4-3-3, and he's playing Gio through the middle, playing him as an 8. So, I think he's still a little better as a 10, but this is definitely a better position for him, in my opinion, than on the wings. So, it'll be curious to see how they get on today. I love how Rosa experiment, different stuff. I think it'll be fun. I'm excited to see the way the team can play today. Let me know where you guys are watching from today. I'm watching from Canada. I know we got some U.S. fans in here today, and come on, this has got to be cool for you guys. Having 2 Americans in here, I'm jealous. I wish they were 2 Canadians, but I'm curious to see how Maloney can get on today. I rate him pretty highly. Very commanding at the back, good on the ball, and hopefully can impress Marco Rosa today. Maloney might get bumped. It's raining and thundering like crazy where I am. It's funny, it was storming here a little bit as well. I think it's relaxed a little bit. A good little chance there from Bochum. Cleared up very nicely there. Nice little touch from Brandt to find Wolf, who's wearing a new number. Number 39. Why isn't Holland playing? Holland isn't playing today because it's a preseason match and he's just still coming back, still getting fit. I'm not sure exactly when we'll see Holland. Maybe in the next couple weeks against Atletico Bilbao or Bologna. But for the time being, I don't think we'll see him in at least this match. But I wasn't expecting him. That's a poor ball there, but even worse touch by Marco Reus. Do you think that we're going to keep Hitz and he will be our backup? I do. I'm very positive that we will. I think Kobel will be our starter. Hitz will be our backup. And of course, Berkey will probably be sold at as soon as they possibly can. But you're watching from Denmark. Very cool. Sure you got some love for Thomas Delaney then. Josh, you're the enemy on Sunday, pal. US Canada, man, it will be fun. It will be fun. I don't know how the game's gonna go. It'll depend. It'll depend. We don't even know what the benefits are, especially if Mexico doesn't top their group, but I'm hoping Canada will win, I'm from India, by the way, trying to pronounce the name of the city. I don't know if I should. I feel like I'll butcher it. What do I think? Chennai? Yeah, Chennai. Am I right, my man? Chennai? Is that it? Shania Twain? I don't think so. You're gonna be disappointed in me. Look at Kobel. Getting all excited in the morning. It's raining. Raining in India? Well, it's raining in Canada too. Do you think that we'll sell Delaney this window? I think that Dortmund are open to it. I think that if they're looking to bring in Mullen, they're looking to bring in Bailey, and if they're looking to bring in potentially St. Just or Halstenberg, I think they're going to need to raise a little bit more funds. Now, they already sold Bellardi. They got some money from the release clause being taken away from Isaac. They are probably, hopefully, going to sell Berkey for 3 to 5 mil, Wolf for about 10. They could try to shift out Schultz, It'll depend if we sign Halstenberg. But if we do flip out Schultz, that could bring us in 10 to 15. And then I still think if they want Bailey, they're going to need to sell someone else. And I think that person, if it's not Brandt, it's going to be Delaney. Especially because they said they're not going to re-sign him. And especially because they said that they're going to look to move him on. And I think if they get a good offer for him, that they will let him go. And that could bring in 20 mil. Maybe even a little bit more. He had a good Euros. But there's not a ton of time left on his deal. So it'll probably, in my opinion, it'll probably be about 20 mil. Which then could let us bring in Mullen, could let us bring in Bailey, and could let us bring in even St. Juice, and potentially even Halstenberg. And then we don't have to replenish, because our midfield already has depth. We have Chan, we have Witzel now coming back from injury, we have Dahoud, Bellingham, and even Toby Raschel, I think, can get some reps as well. So I think that there is a big possibility we could sell Delaney. I'm not saying that's what I think we should do. I'm just saying that there is probably a good possibility. If we're looking to raise money, he's a good look to actually do that. Good attempt, not gonna lie. All right. Well, I tried. I really hope Delaney stays one of the most consistent players in our squad, in my opinion. I agree so as well. He struggles for game time, even when I don't think he should. I think he's a much better and much more consistent player than Emre Can is. When Witzel out, a lot of the time Can got preferred to him. It's a nice little movement there. Finds Pat. It's a nice little rush. But yeah, I mean, I totally agree. I think he is the most consistent player. It depends if Witzel comes back and he's similar to the type of player that we know he can be. Then I don't think we'll miss him as much if we sell him. But I don't know. It's gonna suck. I've heard that Hummels will be out for around 3 months. So we need St. Juice ASAP because we have only one right back. Meunier St. Juice can also play as right back. Wow. Okay. Well, I did not hear the 3 months part. I heard that Hummels will have an injury. I thought he'd be out for around. Oh, a beautiful touch to Tigges, who absolutely no finish. I don't know who got that touch. That was a beautiful little look. Hopefully they show a replay of that. Have anyone else heard about Hummels being out for 3 months? Who was that? Was that Gio? Oh, that was Gio. A little look there at our number 7, guys. Very nicely done for you USA fans. I like that. That is confidence. And that's what you get where you put him in the middle. Gio in the middle can do fun stuff like that. On the wings, you don't see it. But no, I have not heard anything about Hummels being out for 3 months. And if that's the case, yeah, St. Juice is a must. And even Halstenberg is a must at this point. Because St. Juice will probably just jump right in and start beside Akanji. And Halstenberg will bring you depth. And also, so that means you need to sell Schultz too. Get rid of Schultz, get rid of Delaney, unfortunately, raise some money. Bring in St. Juice, bring in Halstenberg. Halstenberg can cover your left back and also play through the middle as a center back or an outside center back if you need. And then St. Juice will have to step up and be a starter right away with Akanji, which is, I mean, probably the fastest pairing of center backs you're going to find in the league. But that's a huge loss. We still have young Collins and Koulibaly coming up, but I wouldn't bank on them being consistent starters in the Bundesliga because of their age. They don't have the experience quite yet. I'd rather them build in instead of being tossed in the deep end. Bochum looking like Wolfsburg. Fair, okay. Who said that Delaney isn't going to sign? Dortmund did. Dortmund put out, there was an article someone reported on that said Dortmund are not going to re-sign Delaney, and they're looking for buyers. So I think Dortmund's open to keeping him, but for like a year, but they're not going to re-sign him. So Dortmund wants to just sell him so they can get some money for him. That is the last I heard on the situation. Now, situations change in clubs by the day, so who knows what's going to happen, but in the meantime, that's what I see. But if you guys are just joining us, guys, be sure to drop a like on the stream. Subscribe if you guys are new, but let me know where you guys are tuning in from and what you think of the match so far. Because the highlight so far for you US fans was Gio Reyna's touch and then Tigges' awful finish. Blasted it well over that. That would have been a beautiful looking goal. Gio does got that touch. I think that this is a chance that Chan can show that he is consistent. When he fails, he's out in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, for me, yeah, I don't know. Chan has been useful because he's a very versatile player. Outside center back, central center back, CDM, center mid, right back, left back. Emre Can is very useful that way. But again, he scares me when he's in the middle of the park, man. He takes, in my opinion, poor fouls. He lacks concentration. And it just, I don't know. It just, I want to see Witsel. I'd rather see Delaney. I'd even go Dahoud Bellingham over seeing seeing Chan in there. What about Zagadou? Well, again, I'm not holding my my thoughts on Zagadou. I'm someone, and I was asking you guys who was gonna have a breakout season this year, and on Twitter a couple times, and even on the last video, people have been saying Zagadou, and I don't know. I don't have a lot of faith in Zagadou, and that's just a personal opinion. I don't think that his injury problems are going to go away. And I don't know. I just think when maybe new bodies come in, he's going to keep slipping down the pecking order. But if we have any Zagadou fans watching right now, tell me that I'm wrong. I just don't see a way that he breaks in. And I think that he's going to take another step back this year. Do you think Witsel will come back and play as good as before the injury? Now, I don't think it's possible to come back from an injury like that and be better. Especially when you're 32, I think Witsel is. It's very tough. But saying that, he had a good Euros. So, I mean, it shows that he's a bit of a freak of nature that way, coming back from injuries in that amount of time to play at the Euros. So, I think Witsel is in for a decent year. I think he will need some support. I don't think he'll be able to play every single match. Oh, that was a nice little look there. Kind of wanted Kobel to come out and grab that. And I think they want a corner for it. But producer T coming in with some information. Says Mats Hummels will be struggling with tendon issues are never fun. He's not expected to be fully fit for action when he returns to training. In order for his injury to heal, rest is very important. It's currently unclear whether he'll be fit to start the season. Neither Dortmund nor Hummels are likely to want to take a risk. So yeah, that is the exact same thing I read, which didn't say to me that it was a 3-month injury. So British Empire, my man, let me know where you got the information that he may be out for 3 months. I'm just curious to see where that came from, because I didn't read that anywhere. That is what producer T just put on the screen is what I've read. I don't consider Passlack a BVB player. I hate him. Hate's a strong word, but I definitely don't think he's a BVB caliber player, and I don't think he'll get a lot of looks. If anything, he'll play in the third division for our U23s, and I think Marco Rosa and the board wanted to maybe keep him just because of the right back issue. The injury to Murray, you never know. You might as well have someone useful if worse comes to worse, because hopefully they'll sell Wolf. And if Chan doesn't work out there, or Meunier and Murray's injured, you have you're the replacement. And we have our like counter come in. It says, guys, let's like the video, get to 30 likes. I appreciate the support, my friend, in the chat. Always means a lot. Chan is a weird player, in my opinion. I don't think he is a starter. I would never start Chan, in my opinion, man. I would never start Chan. I think he's just a versatile player. And can be used when needed. But in my best 11s, he's not in that pitch anywhere. I just don't trust him in the middle, and that's where he's supposed to be playing. Arguably, though, I would maybe put him as a right back. I'd put him as a right back in the starting 11 over Meunier, potentially. Nice ball there, and cleared out for a corner for Bochum. Zagadou should be loaned. I wouldn't loan out any of our center backs, especially this season, especially with Hummel's injury. So I would keep Zagadou, but I think this is Zagadou's last chance to impress. Do you have a winger outside of the Bundesliga you'd want for BVB to buy except for Madueke? Yeah, I don't think Nani Madueke will ever come to Dortmund, in my personal opinion. But outside the Bundesliga, because you guys know Bailey is a target for me, it's tough. Oh, nice little look there. Just wide. I'm trying to think. Let me know what winger you guys would want to see targeted outside of the Bundesliga. If Leverkusen weren't willing to play ball, we may have to look outside. For a natural winger, I mean, it's tough. That is tough. It's a good question. I'm trying to think, because I'm trying to think of a realistic player who fits the profile of Dortmund, fits the transfer fee, be willing to come, and a deal that we could get done. Now, because Ajax just signed their rival's best player on the wing, it's an opportunity that maybe Antony or David Neres, the two young Brazilians, who I do rate, I do like, I do think would fit, could be options. Viewer has mentioned them to me before, and I think that they're both fine options. So those could be one. I'm not sure who else. I'm trying to think of players in maybe like Serie A. Maybe over in Portugal if there's a winger there. Everton of Benfica is a player I like. He's a Brazilian international. Apparently I got a Brazil vibe going on, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I hope Rosa keeps Zagadou far away from the squad. Simply just does not have the level to start for Dortmund. I do agree with that. Zagadou hasn't impressed me even when he really does start. He's inconsistent, in my opinion. But to be fair to him, he was young. Zagadou was young. Mistakes were expected. I never got over that Bayern game, that mistake he did there, which is unfair. We were the ones who put him in that position, but it doesn't. Injuries don't help. When you're a young player looking for competitive situations and you're looking to get better and you're looking to get more consistent, being injured doesn't help. So injury, in my opinion, really took him away from his development, and it's the reason Zagadou's not as far along as he probably wishes and the club wishes. But I do think we should keep him this year, but this, in my opinion, should be our last chance. So that's got to be a foul. Gio doing some bits there. Really liking it. Jed has joined us. Says hi. How you doing, my man? Man, I love this attack-minded BBB squad. I do too, and I'm telling you guys, it reminds me of the Leverkusen squad under Peter Bosz when they played that 4-3-3. That is the only way, I guess, you can really see all three of these players get on the pitch. A 4-3-3, your 6, which is Dahoud, who's not even a real 6 in my opinion, but he can play the role well because he's very technically gifted. He's got some defensive awareness to his game. It puts Gio and Brandt both in the middle, both on the ball, both involved in the game, which is best for those two players specifically. So big shout out to Marco Rosa for doing that, as the two just find each other right now. And then Royce is playing out on the wing, which I'm not crazy about. He hasn't seemed overly involved in this match so far, but it's just to try some things out. And if one of them is to play on the wing, it's Royce, clearly. But yeah, I agree it. Zahara says, let's go 30 likes. Let's get to 35. She's always keeping count of our likes, and we gotta appreciate it. Just tuning in. I'm late to the match. What would happen so far? Who's been the best, worst, surprising player and stuff? Well, we're playing in a 4-3-3, like I just mentioned, which I love. I really love the fact that Brandt and Gio are on the pitch with Royce, and Marco Rosa found a way to make it work. So kudos to him, because I said that there wasn't a way to make it work. I still don't think Royce is best on the wing. You guys know that. But he is out there right now, and it has led to Gio in the middle of the park with Brandt, and I think... oh, that's a nice ball. And that's what Marco Royce can do. Nicely touched. It's a good little look there from Dortmund, but I think Gio's been very good. I think Gio likes playing very centrally, dropping down as an 8. Haven't seen him too much as an 8, to be fair. But he's all over the ball. He's dropping deep to receive it. He's leading up the play. Had a beautiful touch that should have been a goal, but a poor finish from Tigges. It's very interesting. But like I said, with the first match we saw, we played in both halves in a 4-2-3-1. I said to you guys, Marco Rosa, in my opinion, his favorite formation is a 4-2-3-1 or a 4-3-3. Even though there's a lot of rumors that a 4-1-2-1-2 is his preferred, and it's not. It's absolutely not his favorite formation. It is a formation he uses and can use to success, but it's a formation you use on occasion, and I've been very clear about that, to not expect the 4-1-2-1-2 to be our every game formation. It won't be. If you watched him at Gladbach this past couple seasons, you'll know he's a winger type of formation, and that really worried me before the season started, because we don't have real wingers. Like, we have Knauf and Hazard right now. That is it. And we need more depth to that, which is why it's important for me to see Dortmund go out and sign another winger like Bailey. It at least gives you options. You can drop Royce in there if you need to, which he's doing now, / Gio. But we need to sign a winger. We need to sign one ASAP. But Mullen does still seem to be top priority. And once again, like I said, that was a nice ball there from Bochum, but Papadopoulos does very well. Will Guerrero play more through the CM position or the left back? He'll play in the left back 1,000%. I personally don't see Guerrero getting any reps at the center mid position. I don't. I see him playing as left wing back if we play with the back 3, or as our left back, because we don't have another option really. Now, if Halstenberg comes in, that means Nico's going out. But again, you're not going to start over Guerrero. Whether it's left back, left wing back, that's where he'll be. We have depth, like I said, in the midfield, especially with Witzel coming back. I don't see a way that Guerrero gets bumped up there. But that was a poor ball there from Dahoud. Bochum are going the other way. Got some defensive awareness to do, and poor effort. But that's just my personal opinion. Honestly, thinks Paslak is better at playing right back than Murray. Murray's not good enough defensively. So I disagree with that. Murray is, in my opinion, our future right back, unless we want to invest money. I think Murray is attack-minded, but I think he is good defensively as well. Paslak is just a step. He's a step below, man. He's not a Dortmund player. I'm not even sure he's a Bundesliga player. I think that he probably more than likely fit in a Bundesliga 2 squad, a good Bundesliga 2 squad. But he likes Dortmund. He wants to stay here. He's gonna get a chance to play in the 3rd division, as well as some reps up top. But no, the pecking order in the right back, if everyone's fit, is, in my opinion, it should be Murray, Meunier, Chan, Paslak. Malen. I think Malen deal, like I said, man, it's a matter of time. Once his Sancho deal is done, he's presented to Manchester, I think you're going to start seeing a little bit of domino effects coming in. I think you may see Malen come immediately, and then depending what Dortmund want to do in terms of Schultz, Delaney, how much money that they're going to raise, expect to maybe see a winger come in, expect to see St. Juice, Hassenberg. Rennes winger, Jeremy Doku is also a good shout, but again, I don't think we'll be able to get him. I hope we target Rafinha from Leeds, another good winger I would like. Again, I want to maybe stay a little bit away from the Premier League. You guys know I want to stay away from English players, but staying away from the Premier League is just in terms of money. We are tight, man. We are very, very tight. And I think that if you're coming from the Prem, whether you're English or not, you're going to get charged a lot of money. And if Dortmund want to be strategic about it and want to find a deal that can bring in a solid winger, I mean, a league like Liga NOS, a league like the Dutch league, a league like the Turkish league, those kind of leagues to find a hidden gem is a way to do it. Or if you want to go for a more established player, you'll find cheaper players in Serie A, Liga, La Liga than you're going to find in the Prem. That's just as easy as it is. And arguably, maybe even the Bundesliga. If Leverkusen don't want to play ball with Bailey, they can just price us out. It's very easy. Nice answers on the winger question. Well, thank you, my man. I try. Pedro Gonzalez. I would take him in a heartbeat. The Sporting player was exceptional this year, man. Absolutely exceptional. He played mostly as a center mid and scored 23 goals and won the Golden Boot in Liga NOS. Helped Sporting to their first title in 20 years, 21 years, something like that. Yeah, absolutely agree. I would go for him. I think he'd cost a good chunk of money, but Dortmund were softly linked to him at one point, but it never really transpired to anything. So I don't know if he's still on the radar, but that's a great shout. Good tackle there by Papadopoulos. Playing very well today. I do like the looks of Papadopoulos. Very attacking. Stands his ground. Zagadou is like the gift that keeps unpacking and hoping that it'll be great, but I doubt more is going to be coming from him. It's fair, man. It's fair. Again, I'm not holding all my cards on Zagadou. I'm not. It's just I don't see a way that he fights his way into this squad unless he can find a way to get healthy, stay fit, and put in consistent performances. Tiga's got a good little knock there, though. Hopefully he's okay. It looked a little tough. Not going to lie, Marius Wolf has been pretty impressive today. Wolf has been okay, but I definitely don't want to keep him. I don't want to get in the mindset that he's the type of player we need, especially because we need funds, and he's a player that's looking very likely to get moved on. But he's not having a bad game. I don't think by any stretch he's had a great game. The first 6 games under Peter Bosz were just great. They were. And then it went straight off a cliff. I think Haaland will stay, but who would you want to take his place? I think Malen will take his place. Like I said, I think that's why I've told you guys the Malen deal is separate to the Sancho deal. Malen, in my opinion, is coming in anyways, so we beat everyone to the punch. So that way, when we sell Haaland in a year's time, we have a replacement already here, and it's Malen. It also gives the options to play a 2-striker formation. So that's what I think is going to go down. I'm pretty sure I'm very confident Haaland's staying this year, and that he will be sold probably next year. I like Ajax's young wingers, Anthony and Nures, and their coach, Erik ten Hag's system. Great shout, and I agree. I would take either one of those wingers, and like I said, with them signing Fenard's captain, they just brought another winger in there, so it could be a potential opening, so that makes sense to me. I can't watch this game. Oh no. Where are you watching it? I'm watching on Dortmund's YouTube channel, guys. So be sure to check out Dortmund's YouTube channel if you can see the game. You're not geo-blocked. If you can't, that sucks. Gio is the type of guy who, when playing centrally, can break down the low block defending teams with incisive passing. And he's been doing that today. That's why I said the touch he had earlier in the game that led Tigges to go in wouldn't have happened him playing on the wings. Gio, in my opinion, should be playing through the middle. Now, I like him more as a 10. I don't think anyone will disagree, but you got to be creative. And I think playing him as an 8 here still gets him very involved, gets him and Brandt playing off of each other. And he's been influential on the pitch so far. And that one touch is a touch of genius. It really is. The finish, not so much, but if that was Holland, man, that's in the back of the net. And he just looks more lively in the middle. It looks more engaged instead of being stuck out on the wing where you're sometimes can be quiet, not enjoy your time there. But that was a poor ball. Gio's playing with swagger, maybe being one of the top dogs in the U.S. men's national team roster has given him a confidence boost. Well, I think even taking that number 7, man, what does that tell you? I mean, they gave the number 7 to Jadon Sancho when he was just coming in. I barely knew anything about Jadon Sancho. Then watching this kid take the number 7 kid, I was like, what is going on, man? Like, I was hoping for another signing. I wanted Yarmolenko to take it. Oh, nice ball there from... Oh, Gio does very well. Finds Tigges, but once again, Tigges' finishing is a little bit off today. But yeah, I wanted Yarmolenko to take the 7 because I thought the winger looked very awkward in the number 9 kit. But Sancho took it, and I thought that was ridiculous. And look what happened from it. Now I think Gio taking on the number 7 kit, the kit he wears for the U.S., yeah, I think is a great little look. Dortmund are just developing talent for the U.S. Well, there you go. Hopefully Maloney will get a shout soon. Is Bochum going to be mid-table or relegation zone? My opinion, relegation zone. I'm not saying that they're going to be relegated, but I think they're going to be between that 18th, 17th, 16th, maybe even 15th spot. But I thought that about Union Berlin in their first season back in the Bundesliga, or in the Bundesliga for their first time, and they surprised everyone so far in their first 2 years. Do we know which position Guerrero prefers himself? We do. Guerrero's favorite position is left wing back. He spoke on it before. He said he wants to play left wing back. He doesn't overly love being stuck in a left back defensive system under Lucien Favre. Now, different managers have different ways of playing left back. Watch Bayern with Alphonso Davies. He plays as a left back, but man, he's bombing up the pitch every single time he gets. Lucien Favre, in my opinion, restricted Guerrero a little bit, where Terzic released him a little bit more. But he has spoken when he was under Favre that he wants to play in a back 5. Left wing back is Guerrero's favorite position. He has said that himself. I don't think he overly likes playing in the middle. I think, like I said, I think he does like playing as a left back. I can't speak to this, but I assume he'd probably rather play left back in an attacking system than in the midfield. But if it was his choice, it would be a wing back, which Marco Rose can absolutely do it from time to time this year, and he will be more attack minding regardless. Paslak spent 3 years. The last 3 seasons before the 2021 on loan. He has. What is taking so long with the Sancho deal? I'm not sure. I mean, the medical has to be done. I'm not sure what else is going on about that, but we'll just have to wait and see. A couple of you guys in the chat today are pretty impressed with Wolf today, which I don't know. I think Wolf has been okay. I don't think he's overly impressed me by any stretch, but to be fair, I've liked Maloney today. I think Tigges has been one of the worst on the park just because of his finishing. 2 big chances, 2 big misses. Not really what you want. Dahoud's been kind of sloppy too, to be fair. I know I love Dahoud, you guys know that, but I've seen him give the ball away at least 2 or 3 times today, which when you're the lone 6 in a very attacking lineup, you can't really do. I want Diaby and Bailey for 50 mil. I don't think that's going to happen. I think Diaby will be... And I know Diaby will cost over 40, and Bailey, I think, if Leverkusen are willing to play ball, I think Bailey you could get from around 25. But in my opinion, you'll find if you want to get a deal done for Bailey, it's 25 to 30. Diaby probably 40 to 45. Diaby's on a long-term deal and is younger, which is why I don't think we will ever get Diaby. I think our only look at Leverkusen is Bailey. It's a nice little ball there. Bombing up, nice little look. Oh, Marco Reus with another sloppy touch. He's had a couple of those today. But Dahoud does very well there. Why didn't Kevin Campbell work out with us when we had him? We didn't play him. Same situation as Schultz. Thought it was a good idea bringing in a position where we had a lot of depth in. And Campbell is best when playing as like an 8. And when we were playing that system I believe we were playing in a 4-2-3-1. So guess what? Campbell doesn't fit the 10 because we had a 10. He didn't fit the sixes because we had 2 defensive players. It was a signing very similar to the Schultz one. A decent chunk of money and just no real action into the first team. And yeah, it just didn't work out. And then he went on and he did well in a system like Nagelsmann because Nagelsmann can shift all over the place and really leave the formations out there to utilize someone like Kevin Campbell. Kevin Campbell and Sabitzer, in my opinion, can play very well together in certain formations, but he never was gonna fit Dortmund. He had to play as a 10 or he had to play as a 6, and he just wasn't able to do that. Any players that have contracts expiring that we should go for this year or next? It's a good question. I don't know. Anyone have any shouts in mind? Players that Dortmund should look at that can maybe get on the cheap? I'm trying to think. The only way I see the Bailey, I know this isn't an expiring contract, but it's his contract runs out in a couple years. But I think that Leverkusen may play ball because of that. It was a nice little tackle there. Brandt finds Marco Reus, takes a look. Oh, almost found our boy Gio. Nicely done there. British Empire just doesn't rate Wolf. Neither do I. And I don't want to be confused by him having an okay game now and then. I think what's best, and Wolf is a similar signing to the Campbell signing. A player we don't need. And I think just we need to kill some dead wood, man. And in my opinion, Nico Schultz, Marius Wolf, Roman Berkey, all dead weight. Get rid of them and get some money injected into the squad so you can replenish it. But yeah, I don't know on expiring contracts, my man. I don't know. I haven't thought of anybody quite yet. Guy just ruined Gio's beautiful ball. Yeah. What made you pick Dortmund to root for? Nathan, how you doing, my man? If you guys are just joining us, be sure to drop a like. Is the stream being weird to you? Oh. Sorry if the stream just froze there. I think it's back to normal. Oh, it's choppy. It may be the weather. It may be the weather here, so hopefully it doesn't shit out on us. Think we're okay? Looking better now? Okay. Sorry about that, guys. It is storming here where I am in Canada, so you know, just want to make sure that we didn't lose that. But what made me pick Dortmund was just a fluke. Playing a video game. My background is German. I went to the Bundesliga. I found Dortmund, liked their logo. Very, very romantic story, I know. But now, because of it, we have a channel. We work with the club. It's been quite a year, man. Been quite a year since. Well, not quite a year, but it's almost been a year since we've been doing this. And I appreciate all the support from you guys that made it so much fun to do this. And hopefully we're going to have another good season. And dethrone Bayern. It's time for that. Brandt's got a nice little run there. Poor ball in the end. Just woke up. Wes, how you doing? Is Gio balling? Gio is balling, in my opinion. Gio, we're playing in a 4-3-3 right now. In my opinion, a bit of a stroke of genius. They're playing in a 4-3-3. Dahoud is playing as your 6. And Brandt and Gio are playing as your 8s. And it's been a lot of fun watching them today. All of them are on the ball. Wolf is out on the wing. Royce is out on the wing. Tigges is your striker. And Gio had a touch of genius, is the way I like to put it, to put in Tigges. But Tigges' finishing has been poor today. Camp Chris is here. Hey, Josh. How you doing, my man? Wolf isn't Dortmund quality. I agree, Jonathan. Hey, Josh. Can I check with you which position do you play in football? I played as a winger. I played as a winger because I like watching players like Marco Reus. I like watching right-footed players cut in on the left wing. So that is what I always played growing up. When I played college, we were a very weak team. We were like a 7 out of 10, like a 7 place out of 10. Oh, here's a nice little look. Gio. Another good look for Gio, though. But yeah, I played right mid in a very attacking system because our team sucked. But our indoor team, funny enough, was unreal and won a lot. But outdoor, we were like 7th out of 10. I had to do a lot of defending. So I played as a right back at college level, and I played as a left wing at any other rep level I played growing up. I play a lot more indoor soccer. Here, indoor football, indoor futsal. I don't know however you wanted me to describe it. Here in Canada now, because I don't know. I love playing indoor. So in my opinion, it's just so much more fun. And I play through the middle and just have fun. It's a cool little sport. But I think the leg is fixed now, guys. Josh, do you think Brandt will be a starter in the starting 11? I don't know, man. I'm so torn. I'm so torn. I don't see... I mean, I've literally said this to you guys like 4 or 5 times. I don't see a way that all 3 are on the pitch. Well, guess what? All 3 are on the pitch, but no offense to Bochum, in a more higher quality game, high quality opponent, it's not going to work to have all this formation. This is way too attack-minded. I think it's fun to watch for today's match, but I don't think this would work whatsoever against a Leverkusen, against a Gladbach, certainly not a Bayern or a Leipzig. Maybe in some lower end games like your Bochums, like your Augsburgs, I guess, maybe Mainz. But I don't know. I mean, we still haven't, with this attack-minded team, we still have not broken down Bochum. To be fair, Tigges has been terrible with his finishing, but I don't know. In my personal opinion, I only think max 2 players between Gio, Royce, and Brandt should be on the pitch, and I prefer Gio over Brandt. So it'll be interesting what Marco Rosa does. Favorite players outside Dortmund. Growing up, I was a big fan of Antoine Griezmann. I really like Antoine Griezmann. I think it's a shame what happened to him. I hope this swap deal goes through with Barca and Sal, and he goes back to Atletico. He's always been one of my favorite players alongside Marco Reus. I always loved watching Eden Hazard too. Not the Eden Hazard the last few years, but the Eden Hazard for Chelsea was something special. He was such a good player. Again, I liked watching left wingers. Marco Reus and Eden Hazard spoke to me growing up because I just loved watching how they played. Unbelievable players like that. I like watching Neymar. I don't overly like Neymar. And then I like playing centrally too. I don't mind for myself playing as like a cam center forward, similar to Griezmann. And what Griezmann did for a ugly playing Atletico Madrid, incredible. So those are players that I really like outside of the game. Other low-key shouts is I've always followed Ciro Immobile since his time with BVB, and seeing what he's done for Lazio has been incredible. Seeing him score 36 or 38 goals to tie Higuain's record. I've always kept a soft spot, and it's why I personally believe that Ciro Immobile has never moved on from Lazio's, because I think he's a little afraid. He's good enough. I mean, he scored 36 goals in Serie A. He should have moved up to a Juve, to a Napoli, to an Inter. But he stayed because I think he took that chance once and pretty much almost ruined his career. He had a tough stint back at Torino and Sevilla before finally catching form and getting that moved back over to Serie A, to Lazio. Again, with left wingers, Insigne from Napoli, massive fan of. But I don't know, guys. Let me know. Outside of Dortmund, outside of the Bundesliga, who's players that you guys looked up to growing up? Or players you just enjoy watching? Papadopoulos is making some, what do you say, rad? He's making some mad. He's making some mad tackles. Yes, he is. I've been happy with the back two. I've been calling for Maloney to get a shot for a while now. Oh, that's a nice little ball. Schultz did well to win it. Now this is where we're going to see what Schultz can do. What's his pass look like? Average. Average at best. To be fair, though, Marco Reus has not had a good game. Marco Reus's touches today have been very, very poor. Has some decent distribution to put him in good positions, but he's had a very heavy first touch today. Again, I'm not going to look too much into it, but he hasn't been good. Him and Tigges have been, in my opinion, two of the worst players on the pitch. Dahoud from time to time has looked a little sloppy. I've liked our two center backs, Maloney and Papadopoulos. I think have been playing very well. You guys are saying Wolf has been good. I think he's been okay. He hasn't overly impressed me or anything like that. And then Gio, I think, has been the best player in the park. Wolf is so bad. I play goalkeeper because I'm slow. Fair? Does the fact that Bayern's defense got some things to figure out with Nagelsmann consistently shits the bed in big games give our chances? Yes, guys. And it is halftime now, so I'll jump in and I'll jump on some of these comments. But I think this Bundesliga is open. I think it's wide open. I think the fact, like I said, to you guys over and over, which I don't think a lot of you guys are fully aware of really how serious this is, but 7 out of the top 8 squads last year have a new manager. That changes everything. Every big hitter in the Bundesliga has got a new system to implement, has a new coach to take a look at new players, new structure. It changes a lot. We've seen it before under Peter Bosz. We've seen it under Lucien Favre. We've seen it under Edin Terzic. New managers can make a difference, and when 7 out of the top 8 squads have a new one, it's going to make it different. And if one doesn't hit the ground running, like when Niko Kovac or Ancelotti didn't get it running for Bayern, it opens up the door. I don't think this is going to be as easy as it looks on paper for Nagelsmann. I think Nagelsmann is a good manager, yes. But like I said, he's a manager who played every which formation he possibly could under Leipzig last year. Hansi Flick played the 4-2-3-1, and that was it. Everyone knew their role, everyone knew their position, and I'm very curious to see if Nagelsmann wants to switch up the shape, and he decides to throw in a back three from time to time, and goes to a 4-4-2 or something like that. I'm curious to see what's going to be going on with that squad, and if it could open up an opportunity for him to drop points, but it also means that Marco Rose has to hit the ground running as well. So I personally think that this is wide open. I think Nagelsmann, Jesse Marsch are going to be in for wake-up calls. Arguably, like I said, doesn't mean that Marco Rose won't be in for a wake-up call. But if things go right for Dortmund and not right for Leipzig or Bayern, this season's wide open, baby. But we're on halftime here. 0-0. Kind of sloppy from time to time. So be sure to drop a like, guys, if you're just joining us. Of course, subscribe if you're new. But yeah, ultimately my takeaways so far is poor finishing from Tigges. Honestly, Marco Reus has been a little sloppy. De Hood, I thought, has been time to time a little sloppy, but Gio had a good look, as did our 2 young center backs. Papadopoulos looks good. I think he does as well. I love Sonny. He's got to be my favorite outside Dortmund. I like Sonny too, man. And I think it's cool with players coming from South Korea. He's straight up said, he's like, I don't know if I want to find another club. He's like, half of Korea bought my jersey. So like Korea's a Tottenham fan, so which is kind of cool, but my favorite player was Alexis Sanchez and Mauro Icardi. Icardi's an interesting shout. He was very good playing for Inter. Alexis Sanchez, when he played for Arsenal, was exceptional. The ball is my favorite outside BBB. Good little shout. I'm pleased to see Royce very happy. I am too. I think he's been a little iffy today, but he has been good. Favorite player outside Dortmund, 100% is Pogba. In Juve, such a baller. His volleys and dribbles were insane. It's a fair shout. Royce reminds me of his previous in the half season. Marco's touches have been terrible. Yes, someone else has noticed it as well. Marco Royce today has had some poor touches. Core is here. Core, how you doing? Says, I agree with you, Josh. Royce. Lukaku. Did the connection. I don't know if that was loud. Sorry about that. Papadopoulos is lit. He is. You guys are really enjoying Papadopoulos today, and I am as well. I thought Papadopoulos has had a fantastic first half. I thought Maloney has been good too, and the thing I liked about both of them is they're playing with some grit between their teeth. They've been going into tackles left, right, and center. They've won the ball back pretty much every time they did. Didn't really look like there was much threat from this Bochum side, and for 2 young center backs, I think that's a great little look. I like Papadopoulos. He deserves a chance. So I think between the two, who impressed you more? Because what I'm reading, it seems like Papadopoulos have caught your guys' eye. Which I do too. I think Maloney still was very solid and needed to win the ball back and did it to succession when he got the chance. Wolf is frustrating to watch from Jordan Hunt. A lot of the people in the chat today said that Wolf had a good game. But I didn't really see it. I just thought he was average. Canada sucks. What the fudge? Just coming right in here, dropping the sucks bomb on Canada. Just painfully rude. Said we're us rude Canadians. You could say Marco Rose and Nagelsmann have much better players in their team than their previous club. You could say that. It is very true. And I think it'll be interesting to see the way that they take on that talent and hopefully properly play the teams to their full potential and see what they're going to do. Looks like Papadopoulos has some Ramos in his game. It's a great shout, man. It's a great shout. And I agree, man. Sergio Ramos, I don't overly love him. Same way as like Neymar. but you respect him, man. Neymar's one of the best at what he does. So is Sergio Ramos. And what makes Sergio Ramos so good is he doesn't give a flying fudge about what he does, man. Not a chance. And, I mean, watching Papadopoulos play, going into every tackle and relatively being successful about it, is a good little look. And I really enjoy it, man. Yeah, a couple of you guys are agreeing with me. Marco Reus's touches have been a little you know. Views on Tigges. Well, today's match, he's been poor, because his finishing has been poor. In my opinion, both chances he got would be in the back of the net if it was a player like Haaland. Obviously, two different quality-wise. In my opinion, though, Tigges will not get many shouts in the top team. If we sign Malen. If we have Malen, we have Haaland, Malen, and Mukuku. Tigges will probably just play a ton of matches for the U23s. And if he doesn't, he will probably get loaned out. If he's happy with the U23s and skippering that squad in the 3rd division, I mean, I don't think he will probably get moved on, but I don't think he's going to have a ton of chances in the top team if Malen comes in. Any update on our new signings? I don't think anything will be falling down anytime soon until the Sancho deal is 100% done. So once Sancho deal is done and he does move on over to Manchester, I'm expect the Malen signing like that, in my opinion. And then whether Halstenberg, St. Just are coming in, it'll depend. But I think you're going to see the dominoes fall once the Sancho deal does too, though. But if you're just joining us, guys, be sure to drop a like. Always appreciated. Are we going to play Duisburg today as well? We're not. So the Traditions Cup usually is a half game against Duisburg, half game against Bochum. And because Duisburg dropped out because of COVID cases, it is now just one full game against Bochum. Winner is the winner of the Traditions Cup. And right now, it's 0-0. And I'm curious to see what subs we do in the second half here. Even if Royce is playing bad, which I'd rather be in a preseason match, yeah, I mean, he's having a tough match, but it doesn't matter that much in my opinion. Do you think Royce is getting too old? No, I'm not. I mean, I don't think Marco Reus had a good first half, but I don't think in any way, shape, or form it matters to him going forward. He was one of the most informed players you're going to find at the tail end of last season. I think he'll be fine. I think he'll be fine. I think he's going to have another good season. I think he's going to have a couple more seasons, but once he hits that 34 mark is, I think, where it's going to be interesting to see what Marco Reus's body can do, given on the fact that he's just been riddled with injuries. And I don't know, man. We're going to have to see. Dang, why you got to trash Canada like that? Chris, are you pissed too? I mean, come on. Comes right in here, no context. Canada sucks. You know what? It's fine. I don't need your opinion, dick. Canada is still a bit... Our players are still a bit rusty. De Hood, Brandt, Royce, Wolf all had some bad touches. I agree with that. For me, I mean, De Hood is one of the best passers on the ball you'll find. And he had some poor passes today. Just sloppy, lacks a little concentration, but it's preseason, guys. I don't want to read too much into it. My eyes today were on the two center backs. It was on Papadopoulos and Maloney, two young kids coming in, and I was very impressed with them. I also want to keep an eye on some fringe players. To me, Marius Wolf was meh. Schultz was meh. Also, Tigges needs to impress, and he missed two massive chances, which shows why he's not at a BVB starting material level. I don't think Tigges will get a lot of looks this season. Again, this comes on the fact that I'm assuming Malen comes in. And why? And he's fourth string, because I start Mukuku, Sanchez. I don't know why I said Sanchez. I was kind of where I was going with that. You start Mukuku, Malen, and Haaland over him every single time. And arguably, I bet you we start Hazard or we start Brandt or Royce as a false 9 then before we give Tigges a starting role. That's my opinion, which is why I don't think Tigges has a future in the first team. Nope, Duisburg today due to COVID cases. Yeah, we wish their players all the best, Lucas. But yeah, it's unfortunate for them. But yeah, so it is now just one full game against Bochum. I just love Ramos. Yeah, I mean, you love him or you hate him. I would love him on my team, would hate to play against him. What do you think about Reyna? I really love Gio. I think that this has got to be an opportunity for him to play consistent minutes. I like that Marco Rosa recognizes he's not a winger. And in today's match, instead of forcing him out on the wing, he found a way to play a very attack-minded 4-3-3. And now Brandt and Gio are both playing as 8s. Gio looked really well. And Dahoud is holding down the 6. So kudos to him. I'm a big fan of Gio, but it's going to be interesting to see how he gets on. And hopefully he can find some minutes. Our U23 has some serious talents. I think they'll do well in the 3rd division. I hope so, because to me, it was very important our U23 team got promoted, because it gives opportunities to players like Knauf, to Tigges, players that you may not want to loan out, to play at a competitive level. The 3rd division is a good league. Now, Bayern's league got relegated this year. Their 2nd team got relegated, which I think is a huge L for them. So any developing talent, good talent, will be playing at a lower level if they stay, or they may just ask for a loan move away. And Bayern won't have access to them. We have access to Knauf, and when Knauf isn't getting the minutes he needs at Dortmund's main squad, he can play for the U23s in a 3rd division and get some good reps. Same as Maloney, same as Papadopoulos. The Papadopoulos guy should have been given the number 50 shirt. He's already twice the player Socrates was. I thought Socrates was a good center back for us. I did like Socrates quite a bit, but he was very exploited from time to time, which a lot of fans did not really like. Will Holland play the second half? No. Do you know who's on our bench for the second half, T? I don't know if you want to just pull it up on the screen. I can take a look at it if it's possible. I didn't even take a look at who's on our bench. I'll take a look. I'll bring up the list right now for you guys, and we'll take a look and see what some of the players may be. Hey, watch out! Giving love for Canada from the U.S. Hey, James, it's okay. Canada took a hit today. Someone popped in, said Canada sucked. I think they popped out, so you know, hit the self-esteem a little bit. That's fine. All right, so our bench. Can barely read it, but we got Fry on there. We got Toby. We got Collins. So very, very young bench. Daki's on there as well. So I'm assuming it might be, I don't know. I don't know if Marco Rosa will want to win this Traditions Cup. Or if we're going to see a full swap. But I mean, obviously, Emmanuel Fry is a big player there. I'd like to see Collins come on. I'd like to see us keep some of I'd like to see them keep the 2 center backs. But I don't think they will, because I think Collins will come on. I think Kobo will be subbed out. I think Schultz may stay in. Paslak or Wolf may stay in. And Tigges may stay in. I don't know. I'm very curious to see what happens here in the second half. We have been tearing this Bochum team apart, but clinical finishing and plus missing awful touches. And Maloney looks real solid. Both him and Collins are staking a claim for the starting 11. I think that's totally fair. I think there hasn't been any real looks from Bochum. Don't get me wrong. The team played well, but to our point that our viewer just pointed in, which was spot on, poor finishing. I mean, Tigges should have had 2. And then good positions we got ourselves into. Sloppy touches from a wide range of players today have really just stopped some attacks. But it does look like we're gonna go for a bunch of changes. I see Farai coming in there. He'll be a player who I really enjoy watching. Hopefully he'll get in today. Tigges just mugging shots today. Here in the U.S., it's mandatory to mess with Canada a bit. The North American countries seem to be the best off. Yep. I agree. And here in Canada, we like to poke fun at the U.S. as well. For your obvious faults. But Canada has some as well. Which makes the rivalry fun. I think the rivalry, in my opinion, from where I'm from, comes from the hockey side of things. But yeah, I mean, we love to poke fun at the U.S. team, just like the U.S. likes to poke fun at Canada. But in a respectful manner, in a fun manner, in a rivalry manner. I wouldn't just go and say U.S. sucks. It's not, it's not who I am. But that's fine. The viewer who came in here, it's okay. I understand. The Maple Leaf bugs you. It's okay. To be fair, I thought Royce was given some good passes and was linking up well. He just had 2 or 3 bad touches, which I think is because he's slightly rusty at the moment. Yep, and that's totally fair. And I think a lot of these players will be rusty. But I was hoping that Dahoud and you think Dahoud, Brandt, and Royce will be rusty because they weren't really getting those minutes. they didn't play at the Euros or didn't play anywhere like that. So we're gonna take a look. I'm assuming all 11 were switched out. Let me know if you guys notice any of the other players that stayed on the pitch, but I do see Emmanuel Fry in there. He'll be a nice one to watch for. I'm a big fan of Fry. Basically, we'll see the BBB U23 in the second half because it's just a friendly. You're spot on, my man. You were spot on. I want to see my boy Guerrero on the pitch. Yeah, the Euro players aren't quite back yet. But I also think it's noteworthy, guys, for any of you guys who didn't know that the German Olympic squad told us that Dortmund rejected some of their players. So in my opinion, I'm assuming that they wanted Brandt and De Hood to be one or two of the overagers. And Dortmund said no. And they had to. They absolutely had to. Because if they didn't say no, I think that Brandt would be screwed to try to find a way to get in the starting spot. And, I mean, De Hood's got competition as well. So, in my opinion, if it was one player, I feel like they asked Brandt, and then Brandt said no because he wants to fight for a spot. I don't know if De Hood would have said no. I think De Hood's starting spot is up for grabs. I think he's got a better claim to it than Brandt does. So, I don't know. Who do you guys think was that player that Dortmund or the player rejected to play for the Olympics? Do you think it was De Hood, or do you think it was Brandt? Or do you think it was both? I have a feeling it was Brandt, and I have a feeling that it was rejected because he wants a shot at staying at this team. Rooting for Rashel to rip it up today again. I really like him and want to have him to claim a stake in the midfield. I do as well. And honestly, it's crappy to think, but if Toby can take that step to the next level, it probably means that Delaney will be sold. Money won't go towards a midfielder, which will allow us to bring in a winger and maybe even... I mean, my dream is we sell... And I'm sorry, no disrespect to these players. They did their time at Dortmund. Their time has come. But we need to sell Berkey for obvious reasons. We need to sell Wolf. We need to sell... I would like to sell Nico Schultz because I just don't think he needs to be here anymore. And where some money could also come from is... Not that I want it to happen, but Delaney needs to play for his own good. I think he wants to play. I think that's why he might push for a move. So if it is Delaney who brings money into this squad, I would like to see us sign St. Just and sign Halstenberg. Get both of them in there. And then get Bailey and then get Mullen. And then call it a day. That is a great window in my opinion. St. Just gives you big options through the center back position, as does Halstenberg. And Halstenberg also covers for the departing Nico Schultz. You can keep Schultz if you really wanted to, not sign Halstenberg. I'm fine with that. But we need a winger. We need someone like Bailey, Anthony, David Nunes, whoever it is, and then Mullen. And then I think that's a pretty good window if you ask me. Is Mukuku not training with the team currently? And is it kind of weird since he's so young, you'd think that he'd be home training with the squad? I don't know what the update is on Mukuku. I mean, he came back from an injury. I think he's getting back to full health. I don't know if he's match ready, but I think he is training with the squad. But let me know if someone else has another update on that. I thought I read an article that said that he was close to training and being back with the full team, but yeah, he is young, but he's coming back from injury, so I don't know. I haven't looked into it too much. But we got an action update right there. It says Mukuku is still injured and Rosa is taking it slow with him. So that's something of what I heard as well. Taking it slow. Oh, look at Toby go. Beautiful ball. Fighting off some players. Toby Rashel, Emmanuel Fry are my mans for the second half. Nice ball to find Toby Rashel. Oh, he tries something gross. Oh, I like it, man. I like it. Yusuf is here. Says, Josh, how you doing, my man? Nice little member on the channel. And Yusuf with a big contest winner. Man, I was really hoping that we signed Mullins so that we could get some preseason to see how he does with Rosa's tactics. The sooner the better. But again, I don't think anything can go down. Definitely nothing can go down until this Sancho deal is done and dusted with. The German Olympic announcement was perfect. It was. It was, producer T actually sent it to me. Said, did you see the announcement of the Olympic squad? It was hilarious. I am going to try to do a watch along for one of the games. The very first game between Brazil and Germany, because the game's in Tokyo, the games start at 3 in the morning my time. I will not be doing that. But I do want to watch one of the games, and the very first match of the group between Brazil and Germany is at 7:30 my time. So I will be doing a fun little extra watch along for that. For anyone who's interested in that, it'll be fun. I want to watch one of the games. I think that, I don't know, some of the viewers may be interested in it. And it's probably the only match I can do because the other German games are at 3, 4, 5 in the morning. And I'm just not doing it. So, and also the Brazil-Germany game will be a banger. Easy to do. 7:30, I'll get my butt up. It'll be fine. LA Kings are better than the Canadian team, which is why Gretzky chose to come and leave the North. Yeah, I mean, I don't really take a look at where the team's located because there's going to be more Canadian players on the U.S. teams than there's going to be U.S. So, to me, it doesn't matter where the team's located. It's where the cup is spent. And yes, Tampa won the cup this year, but guess where the cup's going to be spending the majority of its time? That's Canada, man. So, that's my argument. And I won't ever see it differently. If the cup has ever spent more time in the U.S. than it is in Canada, well then, kudos to the U.S. that year. But for the last few years, for the last few decades, cup's spent in Canada, man. Doesn't matter which country the team that won the cup is from. It matters where the players are, because that's where the cup is ultimately spent. And it's this when St. Louis won it, man, it was like 80% of the players were Canadian. So, you know, not flexing, but flex for Canada. Could it have been Mukuku, or is he too young to be at the Olympics? He's not too young, but because of his injury, he would never have been looked at. It would have been Brandt. Definitely would have been Schultz, I don't think. It would have been Brandt or DeHude. We should never sold Dalio. That was a rift. Favre didn't want to sell Dalio. He didn't want Hummels to come back. Awkward, I know. In fairness, Wolf doesn't seem worse than Paslak. If Wolf doesn't get big wages, that's why. Yeah, and I agree with that. If Wolf wasn't on higher wages, he'd be preferred right back option to Paslak. But unfortunately, he's on higher wages. It's just, you know, it is what it is. Wolf is expendable. It's why he's going to go. Paslak is on dirt cheap wages. And it's, in my opinion, the quality is not even that much more at the right back position. Wolf is better up the pitch, and Wolf is a better player than Paslak. But at the right back position where we need Paslak, I'm fine with Paslak on the wages he's on. He'll play with the U23s at a more competitive level, and we'll get him when we need him. We don't need Wolf. We need to move him on. We need to raise some money, and we need to get a proper winger. Hi, my friends. How are you guys doing? If you're just joining us, drop a like on the screen. It is always appreciated. And of course, subscribe if you're new. We are getting close to 4K. And I appreciate all the support you guys are showing to the channel. My goal was to get to 5K in a year. We may be able to pull it off. It'll be tough. We have a surprise coming up for the Super Cup that might get some awareness. But, either way, I still appreciate the support and where we're at in the channel. Wolf earns around 5 mil a year. Paslak's 1 mil, and Paslak is way better. I wouldn't say Paslak is way better by any stretch. What a hit there by the Bochum player. I wouldn't say that he's better. I think that they're equal-ish at the right back position. Looks like a Bochum player went down there. I'm not really sure what happened. Did not look like any type of an injury. I think unless he got it in the head, but yeah, I'd rather keep Paslak than Wolf because he's on way smaller salary, and he's a fine right back compared to Wolf. Wolf should play higher up the pitch, but it does actually look like there's a head injury. So they're asking for a substitution, so hopefully he's all right. It didn't look like unless I saw the replay, it didn't look like a very intense collision, but must have maybe knocked the wind out of him or something. Ian Hume is the best. Ian Hume is a fraud. Just had... that's curious, because Ian Hume, for those of you guys who don't know, is a Canadian, but he's a Canadian striker who played in the Indian League for a good chunk of time. Yeah, if you guys go to One Soccer, it might be something you might be interested in, but it's a story he said about how crazy the fan base is in India. So it was very cool little watch. He said that it was wild over there. It was a lot of fun to play there. But I don't know. Maybe some of our Indian viewers are familiar with him. Let me know what you guys' thoughts are on Ian Hume. Even though you just said he's a fraud. I'm not sure why. But elaborate, my man. Seeing Gio as number 7 hurts, man. I want Sancho back. I mean, I don't know. I'm happy for Gio. I thought maybe Bailey coming in would have took it or someone like that, but it shows faith in Gio. We all knew Sancho was leaving. It is what it is. Reina doesn't deserve the number 7. Interesting take. I think the club is trying to back Gio the way he is. I think that they're showing that he's gonna be a big part of this team going forward. Nice little touch there. Nice little look there. But I wouldn't say that Gio doesn't deserve the number 7. I think he's got to take a big step up in his game this year if he's going to rock it. But Marco Rosa is playing the 4-1-2-1-2. I think that as well. It does look like there's a 2 striker out there, but from time to time I notice that there's some action on the wings. So nice little ball there. It's Emmanuel Fry. Ow. Want Emmanuel Fry to hit that. Be a little selfish. Let's be real. Papadopoulos is a rock. He is, man. We got ripped off for Hummels. We brought him back for more solid. I'm glad that he's here, but we could easily bargain for a better price. I'm glad he's here. I wouldn't say we got ripped off. We could have maybe got a lower price, but it's a rival selling to a rival. Those deals can be complicated. I don't have any real issues with it. But why is Gio number 7? Weird, you don't need to have pace to be and be a great dribbler. Gio doesn't have either. And, I mean, just because he's wearing the number 7 doesn't mean that he's going to play a number 7 role. A lot of players have their preferred numbers. I mean, Aubameyang wore number 17. Not traditionally a striker jersey. No one's wearing number 3. It's a left back position. Nico Schultz prefers the number 14. Akanji's wearing number 16 opposed to switching to a number 4 or 5 at the time. Yeah, I mean, I don't speak of it that way. Number 7 may be Gio's favorite number, but Gio is a central player. He wears it for this national team. Maybe it's his favorite player. Maybe he wants to rock it, and he chose it. I don't think it speaks to the fact that he's going to be our next winger. I think it speaks to the fact that Dortmund trust him. They gave him a popular number, and they're hoping that wherever he plays in this squad, he takes the game to another level. Let's be real. Brandt seems to have improved. Ooh, I don't agree with that at all. I'm so harsh on Brandt. I don't think he's done much of anything in this opening 45. I think that he's been as Brandt-like as you'd see. Yes, he was involved in two assists yesterday, or last time out in the exhibition match, but he didn't overly impress me. He was started as the cam. He got switched out to the left. He led to 2 goals. A main assist and then a secondary assist, which, I mean, that should speak that you have a good game, but he was on the wing, he got drifted out, he got disappeared from time to time. I thought he was decent in the first half, but he didn't overly impress me, but Brandt's a good player, man. Like, you should shine against this type of opposition, and I thought Gio was better than he was in the second half, but I don't know, let me know what you guys thought. What was your thoughts on Brandt's first 2 preseason 45 minutes under Marco Rosa? Because I'm still very, very harsh on him. I don't think that he was exceptional by any stretch, but I mean, I thought he was decent, especially because he got 2 assists, but nothing that really blew my mind that he should be in the starting 11. Wolf earns 5 mil a year. Holy shit, man. That's 68K or 69K a year. And he signed for 10 years. I'm 16. I'll dude just drop off. Yeah, I mean, he's on high wages. It's why we want to get him off. That's a nice save there. A beautiful save there. Hit it with pace. He was able to steer it away from goal. Good save. Now, because this is the Traditions Cup, does anybody know if this will go to extra time? If it stays 0-0? I have no idea. I'm assuming no. But let me know. What do you guys think? If this stays 0-0, will this go to extra time? Considering that's just a one-off Traditions Cup type match. That was quite poor defending by us there, though. Very sloppy from the back. Came from a goal kick. Good little look, but a nice save in the end. Hume bottled the final. And he betrayed by moving to ATK. Didn't play a big part in their title win. And then moved to Pune? I don't know how to pronounce it. Failed to get the playoffs and left India. Yeah, I mean, it did seem like when I checked out where he played for a few different Indian teams. But he was a good goal scorer for one of the teams I remember. Yusuf said Brandt hasn't improved, but hoping he will. Yeah, I mean, I'm being very harsh on him because I mean, I'm a viewer who just wants what's best for the team. I don't think Brandt's a part of it, but I don't know, man. I don't know. He's been okay so far. The real tests haven't come. We'll have to see how he gets on. Subtle roasting of Brandt. I'm not trying to roast Brandt. I mean, he was directly involved in the 2 goals we scored. That's definitely don't definitely not mean to roast him. I mean, he started as a cam and he got shifted out to the wing. I don't want to see Brandt on the wing. That's not where he should be playing. He's not fast. He is made to be played in the middle. Today, he played in the 4-3-3. He played through the middle, and I thought he got outdone by Gio. If he's staying, he'll get a ton of chances, no matter what. If he's successful, that's awesome. I'm 100% down for him to do that. I just think it's going to be taking minutes away from Gio, who I want to see more than Brandt. Looks like there's an injury here, though. Kind of looks like it's serious. I don't know. I don't want to know if I want to watch the replay. Didn't really look like much, but it looks like he was holding his kneecap. So hopefully it's in place there. The kids are playing better than our first team. Hey, Dortmund guy, how's the game? I'm watching the Bayern Cologne game. Bayern looks impressive. Ooh, how's Bayern starting 11 looking? They got some of their main squad in there. Josh, obviously as an American, I'm ignorant about Canada, but you guys actually say A, or is it only certain parts of the country? Because when I think of Canada, I just hear A and a boot. Well, I say about, but time to time if I'm speaking fast, I may say a boot. I don't know. How often do you think A is very? No, if
anything, it's more ironically said.
More ironically said.
Because it's a stereotype, but maybe more in like Newfoundland and stuff.
Newfies.
It's like a Newfie accent is what Canada is.
Yeah. So producer T and I agree. Because I'll say A the odd time, but I say it when I say it, I know I say it. It's not like it just comes out of conversation. I like to sometimes drop it on the channel because it gets a nice little laugh. But it's Newfoundland is the part of Canada where that kind of comes from. It's a Newfie accent. I don't hear A a lot in my life.
It's just like a Minnesota accent.
It's kind of similar to a Minnesota accent for you Americans. But yeah. So no, I don't know. I like to drop it on the channel every once in a while because you guys laugh. I hope that Brandt does have a breakout season. I used to rate him a few seasons ago. Brandt played his best in that 4-3-3 system with Kai Havertz. That's when I saw Brandt at his absolute best. But I don't know. Yeah, Yusuf puts out a great point. Josh, say Brandt has no future at this club, so you have a bounce back season. The Josh curse is real. Yeah, I was very famous for saying that Dahoud has no future. But to be fair, it didn't look like he was going to get a shout. It's not like Brandt. Brandt's always had minutes. Dahoud never did. Dahoud was just thrown to the side and was left there to rot. And then through injury, we got forced to bring him in, and he did exceptionally well. Brandt has always had looks and has always, in my opinion, underperformed. But I don't know, man. I don't know. We'll have to see. Brandt, you have no future, so let's hope he bounces back. I do think he'll get some looks. Like I said, it's hard to find a formation that really fits to bring all three in. And he's my third string cam. He's behind Gio for me, and he's definitely behind Royce. So we'll see how Brandt does. We got a lot of people backing him. Marco Rosa seems to be one of them. I'm sure about Sancho's future injury for the whole season in the EPL. Young forever with the dab coming on in. Hope you're doing well, my man. Did you just steal the Pokal Cup? I can see it from here. Yes, the Pokal is rocking in the back. They lent it to me for some time. Very honored. It's not at all just a printed out piece of paper that looks exceptional on the camera. But anyways, it's the way it curved. It looks legit. It's good, but it is a printed out piece of paper. Where did Bailey rumor come from? I mean, I hope we sign him, but I haven't read it on Dortmund's interest. There's a good chunk of articles on it apparently. If you go to like just Google Dortmund transfer rumors, you should be able to find it. It's been popping up left, right, and center. Basically, just to sum it up, it says that Dortmund have been looking to sign a winger. Diaby and Bailey are on that list. I haven't heard any other names really of wingers that they've been linked to. There's been reports that the Mullen deal is very separate to Sancho leaving, that Mullen was planned to come in no matter what, and that they want to find a proper Sancho replacement. And Bailey right now is the favorite. Diaby will cost about 40 plus mil. Oh. Well, the kids are losing now. But yeah, there has been a bunch of sources about it. And it says that Bailey, because of his contract remaining, he's worth a lot, and he's a little bit older, he's worth a lot less. But that was a nice finish. It was a very nice finish from the Bochum side there. But the boys are down 1-0. So not great. Not great. I guess we'll never know if this will go to extra time or not. Damn. I mean, it's preseason. It's not like a big deal, but we should have took some of our chances in the first half, and now we are down by 1. A is in some places, but here in Toronto, the Toronto accents suck. What the hell is a Minnesota accent? Go to YouTube and figure it out, Chris. You never heard of a Minnesota accent? A Minnesota? It's a Minnesota accent. I don't know. Anyone in the U.S. know what a Minnesota accent is? I was trying to say it there. The Minnesota. I don't know. Similar to a Newfie accent. Sounds like... Go watch How I Met Your Mother. You'll figure it out. Wolf was playing like a donkey poop. You thought he wasn't very good in the first half? Yeah, it's just a friendly. It's not a big deal, but you like to win no matter what. You like to win. This is the Traditions Cup. So, I don't know. You always like to win. You don't want, uneducated fans to get panicked over this loss by any stretch, but I don't know. They haven't been playing that well, to be honest. And there's another one. Well, Bochum of... Oh. I'll just take in the cup. Come in. Turn the other way. Alright. You guys ever heard of Tim Hortons?
It's okay, I didn't mind.
Producer T is pissed. Meg just left him high and dry. Okay, well, 2-0 Bochum. I got Tim Hortons coffee. And, yeah. 37 is Toby Raschel. 54 is Emmanuel Fry. The two best players on the pitch right now in terms of quality. But yeah, that's kind of annoying. Where's Producer T? Producer T is hanging out right there. My girlfriend walked in with a coffee, gave Producer T the middle finger, and handed it to me, and didn't get him anything. No, I'm kidding. Thank you, Meg, for the coffee. What a winner she is. Sugar-free coffee. My girlfriend's a gem. She got it for me how I like it, black. Big shout out to Meg. Big shout out to Meg. An all black iced coffee. Next time, try gray tea, Josh. I don't know about that. Goal. Cologne is up 2-1 on an Upamecano and Richards debut. I ain't gonna lie, coffee is an L, eh? Coffee is not an L, come on. Yeah, I drink my coffee black. I drink my coffee black. At least it's a Bundesliga side. Jorge says, well, not impressed. Yeah, I mean, it was a good corner that was whipped in. Poor marking in the end. Lost his man. And towering header. It's a good finish, but looks like the Traditions Cup is going to Bochum this year. 70th minute in. How much is your budget to visit big games, Josh? And you mean what will I spend on going to like a game? Because if so, my budget is open. If I want to, like, if you're saying if I'm gonna go to Europe and I'm gonna go to a match, I mean, I would drop a lot of money on going to a game just because you're over there, you might as well. But last time I was in Europe, I went to three games, and hoping when fans are allowed back in full capacity, we'll be going again. Knauf is going to be in the starting 11 from now on, you think? No, I don't think Knauf is going to be a starter. It'll depend on who we bring in, and it depends on what Marco Rose wants to play. But I guess right now, with the wingers we have, Knauf could start alongside Hazard. But I think if Bailey or even Mullen come in, or both, I think Knauf will slip down a little bit the pecking order, but we'll get some chances. This is it's a little sloppy from the boys though right now. I don't know. I think Knauf will have a good shot though because of the lack of wingers we have. I don't think he's planned to be an outright starter right away. Turns out Upamecano is just garbage against Dortmund and is decent and had a decent run and then turned out garbage. Yeah, I mean you watch Upamecano get bullied by Holland because I remember that. Xerxes is just awful. Yeah, I'm surprised Xerxes is still with you guys. Xerxes is a worse version than Tigges, in my opinion. It's not a full-strength squad. It's a team that's playing youth. No, we can't get angry, guys. I like to always win. I'm not going to lie. I mean, I'd rather win this match than lose this match. But it's a preseason game. You got to just keep an eye on some of the youngsters today. I mean, in my opinion, this is a good moment for Toby Raschel and Emmanuel Fry. And unfortunately, I've been pretty disappointed with Emmanuel Fry. I think if Emmanuel Fry wants any type of chance to get near this Dortmund squad, he needs to wake up and he needs to put in a performance. Because I thought he was kind of quiet in the first game. I thought he's a little bit quiet right now, but we're gonna have to see what goes on. But I'm just having fun, guys. It's a preseason game. These are the kids out here. Just pick a player and try to follow him and try to get a good look. For me, my eyes are on Toby Raschel because I think he's someone who he's been very good since both times I've seen him so far, and he's got a legitimate shot, especially if Delaney leaves, to move on and get him call up. And I think this is a good look for him. And Emmanuel Fry for me was someone else who had a shot. Emmanuel Fry, I thought, had a great preseason last year. He got loaned out in the Dutch League this year. But he's just been a little too quiet for me. Watch Holland body Upamecano. What? Yeah, one of the goals we scored last year against Leipzig. He dropped Upamecano to the deck and scored. Because you know, he's built differently. What do you think about Honduras today? I think they're going to win. I think Honduras is going to top the group honestly, with real ease. I thought they looked good in their first match, but yeah, I think it'll be same old, same old. I think it'll be probably like a 1-0, 2-0 type of game. Sebi Kid looks promising. Nice to know, nice to know. Out of 10 times Holland made Upamecano his son, which are the ones you're talking about? I think it was the one in the Pokal. I could be wrong. I don't know. It was one where he received the ball, threw Upamecano to the ground and finished it, and it just liked it. But yeah. Hi Josh, I'm late. Who scored the goals? I actually don't remember who scored the goals for the Bochum side. If anyone knows the names of the Bochum players who scored, I mean, let me know. I honestly don't remember. Wasn't really paying that much attention. Was just bummed out in the grand scheme of things, but welcome to the stream, my man. Hope you're doing well. We were the much better team in the first half. We had the better players on the pitch. We just didn't take our chances. I'm looking at Tigges. This second half, Bochum has been the better side. The only player that's really stood out to me this half has been Toby Raschel. You can tell he's just a little bit step above some of his teammates on the pitch today. But Bochum has been pretty much cruising since the full swap of players. But if we lose Holland, how far do we go in the Champions League? Round of 16? Maybe? I don't know. I know it's harsh to put that much on one player, but when that one player is one of the best goal scorers in world football and brings in that amount of goals, I haven't seen a replacement quite yet. If Holland leaves in the same window as Sancho does, my expectations drastically change. It's that simple. He's valued at 175 because he's worth 175. He is that good of a striker. I don't think we're quite ready for him to move on yet. I desperately want to keep him for another year, and I'm hoping Holland can put up 20 plus. But without Holland, I mean, third place maybe. Depends if someone else steps up, and if Mullen comes in and puts up 25 goals, then that could change my opinion. But there's no proof that that'll happen. We saw it with Ciro Immobile. Strikers can struggle, and if it doesn't hit the ground running, we just plucked 30 goals from our squad, and it's hard to recoup those performances. But with Holland, man, I think we can compete for the title. I do. But this is too easy for Bochum right now. There's a nice challenge from behind. Is that a foul? It is. The tough foul. It was very easy. Oh, actually, Emmanuel Fry's number 56. My bad. Yes, Holland brutalized Upamecano when he made it 2-0 in the Pokal final. Yes, he did. Raschel looks like the only one putting up a fight and deserves to be in the first team. I think that's fair, man. I think no one else on the pitch has really impressed me. Anyone caught your eyes, guys? Any young player got yours? I mean, for me going in, like I said, I'm keeping an eye on Toby. I'm keeping an eye on Emmanuel Fry. I like Fry. He hasn't done anything today, though. Toby Raschel has been the only energy I've seen in this squad. Other than that, they've been outdone. They've been outdone by this Bochum side. Anyone know the Bochum players' names, eh? Yeah. Meunier is the GOAT. We got a free kick opportunity coming up. Oh! Picked it out of the net. Ooh, okay. Well, yeah, I mean, we put a lot of the heavy hitters in the first squad. The young kids just are a step behind Bochum right now. That was a nice free kick. Our keeper did not move a muscle. He just watched it go in the net. Not a good look on him. Not a good look on Luka. Just sat there and watched it. Xerxes scored for Bayern. Well, Bayern's having a better day than the boys are here today, but yeah, I don't know. I don't think there's much I can take from the second half. Just these are the kids, man. Not a lot of them, except for Toby, deserve, in my opinion, a shot at the main squad. I haven't seen any indication of otherwise. They've been sloppy. They haven't done anything that, has, in my opinion, have impressed me. Especially the midfield. Not fully on Toby. That was a good ball there. But Bochum has been running rampant through our midfield with just such ease. No one is pressing them. No one has any organization. It's been poor. It's been a real poor half from some of the youngsters, which is a little disappointing. But again, I'm not gonna look too far into it. That's a nice little move there. But yeah, I mean, it's tough. It's tough. Just embarrassing. Again, I don't know if I don't want you guys to read too much into this, guys. Don't read too much. If anything, read more into the first half. The fact that Tigges didn't take his chances. The fact that Marco Reus, Gio Reyna, Julian Brandt couldn't break down this Bochum side. This is a young squad. It's not unrealistic that they would lose 3-0. It's not. In my opinion, they've been playing poorer than I'd like them to. But I don't want you guys to read too much into it. There's a lot of young... This is a youth team. The only players I really wanted to really criticized if they had poor games was Emmanuel Fry and Toby Rashel. And I thought Toby has been good so far. I thought he's the only one who showed any energy, any intention. Emmanuel Fry hasn't had the ball enough. And it's a shame, man. But I don't want you guys to read too much into it, man. Dan says, what's going on? Are you sides getting picked apart here? Maybe they're not used to this formation that Marco Rosa put them in, but they definitely deserve to be down like this. They have not been very good. Do you think Chan for Dortmund? I think that he's a good defender, fundamentals, but zero creativity, cracks under pressure, loses to Man City. I'd say that Chan is an athlete in the terms that he can play a variety of positions. I think he's okay defensively when he's put outside as a right back, right center back. But playing him in the middle of the park, I think he lacks concentration, lacks composure, and he puts us in dangerous situations by taking stupid fouls, by doing just poor passes, playing up from the back. Sometimes it's a struggle for him. Personally, man, I wouldn't play Emre Can anywhere except for outside right center back when he's on a good day, or a right back, because I just don't trust him anywhere else. So yeah, Chan isn't high up on my depth charts in this Dortmund squad, but he can be useful because he's a utility player. You guys aren't impressed with our keeper. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't like the look. He didn't even try for that free kick. Not a good look, but I mean, in my opinion, he wasn't going to get a shot at the main squad anyways. Kobel and Hitz will be our keepers this year. But it is our youth team, guys. So just, I don't know, let the kids have some fun. It is what it is. Our youth team has nothing to worry about. This is our youth team versus the grown-up Bochum side. Jeez. Yeah, guys. That's why I said don't take too much from this. I said if anything, I said focus on that first half. Some sloppy touches, get some rust off some of our big hitters. Tigges has question marks about him. Opportunity for him could have scored 2. These are the kids, and we did a full change at halftime. They shouldn't realistically win this, but I would have liked more of a fight. But we have a nice little run there. Beautiful finish. There you go. Woke up a little bit. That was an excellent little run. Took on 3 players. Nice little touch, and then hammered a confident finish. Producer T's in the back. That's a good little look. Yeah, beautiful hit. I like it. I 100% agree about Chan. Just sub to you because you said that. Have a great day. I appreciate the sub, my man. I appreciate the sub. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know with Emre Chan, man. He's such a question mark. But I appreciate the sub. If any of you guys have just joined us, drop a like on the stream and subscribe if you are enjoying the channel. You're enjoying our Dortmund community. But I do want to reiterate, guys, that don't panic. Especially if you're a Dortmund fan and you just check out the score before you check out anything else. Definitely don't panic. It's the young guns. But that was a nice little look there that brought 1 goal back. Come on, Yusuf, you said that. I just like that Tigges finished from the few days ago. Yeah, that was an excellent finish. A beautiful ball from Dahoud. That turn and spin and then finish was incredible. But unfortunately, he followed it up today with 2 big misses. One more little effort. To be honest, was not the point I was trying. There was no point in trying. That was a beautiful free kick. True. It's weird though. It's weird because it's like some beautiful free kicks you see keepers get stuck to the ground. They look like cement. Like they just don't move. I don't know. That one just looked awkward to me. It looked almost like the hit was going and he was like just watching it. I don't know. It looked weird. I'm not a keeper, so I'm not gonna be the one who judges that. If anyone's out there with more knowledge, do you think the keeper should have done better, or do you think it was just a beautifully hit free kick? I thought he could have jumped. I thought he could have been a little more proactive, went for it, saw what happened, but it's not like he got completely stuck to the ground. He basically just sat there, watched it, turned. I don't know. It just looked weird to me, but It was a nice hit, nonetheless. All right, Josh, I'm going to try to go to sleep. Just woke up at 6 a.m. to watch it. Chris, big shout out to you for waking up at this time to watch the game. There's a little bit to take away. We'll put up a 5 takeaways after, so you can check that out. But I don't know. We'll have to focus on a little bit. It's just preseason. Just a lot of players show their passion. I really couldn't care less about the result. I always want to win. But yes. I mean, doing the substitutions at halftime, walking out with a 0-0 from the first half with our big hitters, you know, it was going to be tough to win. It was going to be tough to win. And Bochum, credit to them. They wanted it. They were the better team by far in the second half. Toby does there. He finds Emmanuel Fry going for distance, but again, hasn't been Emmanuel Fry's couple matches, man. I thought he was so good last year in preseason. Impressed me a lot more than this season, and I don't know. It's tough. It's tough. What should I have for breakfast? Grilled cheese or eggs? Grilled cheese is quite the shout for breakfast. I haven't had breakfast either. I was late waking up. I'm probably having an egg sandwich or something like that. Bayern losing 2-1 and Dortmund 3-1. At least they scored. Let's go red and yellow. A lot of love. Someone told me that it was 2-2 for Bayern, though. I don't know if that is correct or not. But I don't know. It was fun. It was fun. It was a good little look to learn something about some of the younger players. And guys, a big takeaway for me, Maloney and Papadopoulos. I really, really enjoyed watching those two today. Let me know, because I'm going to do our 5 takeaways video after this, guys. I want your guys' thoughts. Put in just some takeaways. I'm curious what you guys took away from today's match. I'm probably going to focus mostly on the first half. Probably max 1 takeaway from the second half. But toss in some takeaways, guys. Players who impressed you. Anything you learned about Marco Rosa's formations. Anything like that. And I may use some of them for our takeaways. But I'm assuming I'm going to have to mention Papadopoulos and Maloney, man. Because I liked a lot of what I saw from them. James says, Josh, thanks for always coming in through with the premium BDB content. Good luck to Canada Sunday. You're gonna need it. Appreciate the love, my friend. You guys have made the channel as fun as it has been. Thank you for joining me for the stream as well. And a nice little look at some of the youngsters here. But means a lot, James. I appreciate the kind words. Who is worse, BBB or Arsenal? Arsenal by a country mile. Do you think United can win the Premier League after signing Sancho and Varane? Varane makes things more interesting. I still think they're behind City. I think second is the best they'll get, but you never know. Looks like there's a decent injury here to 2 players, though. That's not something you want to see. Takeaway, I haven't seen the match. It's only preseason, but tuning into the stream as usual. Well, I appreciate the support, Yusuf, my man. Arsenal are really bad. It's embarrassing. Yeah. Dortmund is a good step in front of Arsenal. They played their best team the other day. Oh, that does look like a painful little injury there, man. Where's the defender we signed on a free from PSG? So that's Koulibaly. And a fun fact for you guys who don't know that, Koulibaly was handed the number 4 kit. So that's an indication to me that he's going to get some reps in the main squad. I think he was injured. I think he's still coming back from injury, so he's not in today's squad, but I think we'll see him sooner or later. Chris's takeaway, playing Luka at CB, Cam, and striker. Well, it's quite the takeaway. Chris is not impressed with our keepers after on that free kick. Yeah, it wasn't a great showing from him. That is true. Liverpool winning the EPL. I think it's hard to look past City. If City pick up Harry Kane, man. Oh man, I don't know. I don't think United can do that. Looks like there's somebody on the pitch running around. He just did the cowboy kick. I think he's got a cell phone. Where's security? Security is nowhere to be found. This guy is seriously just going for a strut. And that the camera is going up, does not even want to give him the satisfactory. All right. Well, going back to that other question. Producer T, who's your favorite player outside of the Bundesliga? Do you have someone?
outside of them.
Yeah, someone caught your mind.
Wasn't prepared for it.
Well, prepared for it. You can think about it. You can think about it. Kobo would not have let those 3 goals, especially that free kick. I agree with that. I think this was a poor performance. The man is off the pitch now. Didn't look like anyone chased him or anything. I think he just ran in and ran off. Might have sat back down. Just did a nice little cowboy kick and headed back to his seat like nothing ever happened. I mean, I don't know how security had to. Oh no, security got him. I can see him in the corner there. After Mullen and the defender from Leipzig, who else do you think that we will sign? For me, man, a perfect window. A perfect window would be Bailey from Leverkusen, Mullen, of course, and then pull off the double signing of St. Just and Halstenberg. But that is the game, guys. We lost 3-1 in the Traditions Cup. Shout out to Bochum. They were the better team in the second half. And rightfully so, they got the win. But, you know, is what it is. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see. The pitch invader really subbed himself in and subbed himself off. Still a better performance than Luka. It's cruel, but it's so true. Sancho's my favorite player in the non-Bundesliga. Yeah, that's fair. There you go. We're able to evaluate from the preseason. All of the first performances mean almost nothing. I absolutely agree, my man. It's a good idea to take a look at some of these players. I agree with that. Bochum is our new derby rivals, so we got a good little look at them there. They took it to us. They had no mercy for our second division, or our second squad right here, so they wanted it. They took it. Kudos to them, man. What about Sabitzer? 20 mil is cheap. It is cheap, but I would stay away from Sabitzer. Money needs to go towards center backs. I like Sabitzer, and I think the deal might have got Dortmund interested, but from the people I've talked to, it does not look like Sabitzer is coming. It looks like we will sign Mullen 100%. It looks like we're very likely to sign a winger. I'm thinking it's Bailey. It could be anybody, but if we pull off Bailey, perfect. And then we need a center back, and it depends on if Nico Schultz leaves. It depends on the money coming in from maybe Delaney, of whether we go for St. Just, whether we go for Halstenberg. Either or, it's fine with me. It also depends to me on Hummels' injury. British Empire said 3 months. I don't think that's true. If it is, then I say we get both, but yeah, I don't know. And we also got some young kids coming up, man. Zagadou could get healthy. Koulibaly is there. I mean, we just got 2 great performances from Papadopoulos and Maloney. It is interesting, man. Bayern fan really got the notification on a BBB channel. We do got a lot of Bayern fans in here, guys. We, I mean, it's the Bundesliga YouTube community is relatively small. So, I mean, I know we got Wolfsburg viewers, we got Gladbach viewers, we got a decent chunk of Bayern viewers. And I welcome it, man. I love the Bundesliga. I like this league growing. I like finding interest. I like having other debates here as well. I know we have a good chunk of Bayern viewers and subscribers, and I welcome their opinions. Bayern fan comes in with the LOL though. I mean, it's part of the rivalry, it's part of the fun. But I always appreciate the support, man. It helps with the channel, it really does. Whether you're a Dortmund fan, whether you're a Bayern fan, it's a league that we all love, and hopefully this year we'll be the last ones laughing when we dethrone Bayern. But I appreciate you guys tuning in today. One last question I will do here is, well, D North asked why the official Sancho is taking so long. I'm assuming the medical. And then, yep, Jonathan says, welcome all Bundesligas. Yep, absolutely, man. And finally, how did BVB lose? I wasn't following. They played their main squad in the first half. We're just poor. I mean, they dominated the game, but we're poor finishing, didn't take their chances. The kids came out in the second half, and the quality was just a little bit too much, and Bochum took it to them. 3-1 game is what it is. We'll have 5 takeaways coming out. But once again, I appreciate everyone tuning in. It was a fun watch-along. Learned a good chunk, mostly from the first half, but we appreciate it. Be sure to drop a like if you haven't already. Subscribe if you're new, and we'll see you next time.